Yikes. Yikes. My cell phone.
Is on Fox Nation.
I have to turn it off. Turn down the volume. Hello, everyone. I have got some news. Some news for you. And guess who's here? Hello, Michael. Hello, Lynn. We'll just get this out of the way. Lickety-splickety. She heard me say hello. And they call them dumb animals, please. My German Shepherd is not dumb at all. She knows. She's a camera star. Here we go. Let's get ready for the ladybug moment. Say hello, ladybug. Hello. You want to say hello first? Before the snack? Welcome to the Friday edition of Jerry After Dark, the Jammy edition. How many pieces do you think you want to have tonight, ladybug? How do you like this one for a video for wildlife, Michael? What do you think? I've never seen a German Shepherd on your show. Just Emily. Just Emily. Last piece? Or you think you want another one? Oh, did they go down okay? You got little eye boogies there. There you go. What do you think? One more? Is this the box one? We have this one for the box. Yes? Are you going to go in the box? Or are you going to stay here and beg for more? I just fed you. There you go. Love you. See you later. Okay, go in your box now. Toodaloo. There's the ladybug moment of the day. Let me put the comments on and see if anybody else is out here besides Michael and Lynn. Yay. Yes, I changed it. Thank you so much, Lynn. I'm telling you, I got scatterbrain or a gray-haired moment, or probably both. I'm telling you. And I am happy that you told me about that too. Yep, there was Ladybug. My landlord's dog made an appearance. What? I didn't say that. Must check that out. Must see it. 22. We know that's our Lynn. 22 cute cat. Okay, today's topic of the day is the good, the bad, and the ugly. What happened to you guys this week that was good, bad, or ugly? I'll start first. While I'm talking, you guys can type your stuff down below because I want to be able to interact more than me telling stories all the time. And I know you like the stories, but I wanted to be a little more interactive. I would love to do Zoom nightly videos and have people come on and talk right from the Zoom. I think it would be a great thing. But first, I have to learn how to set the time. Right, Lynn? Just saying. Okay, let me tell you about my excitement for the day. Woohoo! I get to work. Now it's, what time did I get to work? 1:45. Yeah, 1:45. I start at 1 o'clock, 1 to 9. Get to work, and I'm smelling something like something's burning. So, of course, what do I think? I'm thinking that something's on fire. Maybe somebody's early burning leaves because the leaves are falling, whatever. But I did not realize to what extent this burn was. So we go in the building, punch in at 1, a couple of hours go by, and this scent is getting more and more and more pungent. Then all of a sudden, over the intercom, the supervisor, conveniently, they leave on Friday. Our second shift supervisor, he's nowhere to be found. Everybody leaves early on Friday, so it is what it is. So I say, what if there's ever a fire? And lo and behold, there was today. Except it wasn't in our building. It was next door. Roll back a couple of years ago when the next door property was sold, it looked as though, and my husband even said this when he dropped me off, he says, it looks like it's a staging area. And a staging area generally means that there's some construction going on, and the construction company contacts the owner of land, a big parcel of land like this one was, and they rent, for lack of a better word, the land to be able to put down pipes and all the big heavy duty things that they're dealing with for their construction. So it wasn't a staging area. What was being built was a landscape company. Slowly but surely, they were building this landscaping building, which was like this type of building, oval shaped, huge building. Maybe not as big as our steel building. Our steel building, if I'd have to say city blocks, maybe 1.5 city blocks. Our building's pretty big, steel building. But the lead comes over the intercom and he says, "Attention, all employees," in this muffled tone. For some reason, they have to have their telephone close to their face. "Attention, all employees." And you can't understand what they're saying. So of course, they repeat it twice. And they're asking all of us to exit from the cafeteria door. I'm closest to the bathroom door. So I'm thinking, if there's a fire, I want to go out the bathroom door. These people are just like robots. Let's do whatever the supervisor says. I go out the bathroom doors, which was fine. Well, the building next door, the landscaping building, caught fire. You want to know why? Because it's hotter than Hades in October, and it's fertilizer. Fertilizer combusted, caught fire. There was 3 engine trucks. Now, Chautauqua, Wisconsin is volunteer fire department. So they had their 3 engines out there putting out the fire for, it had to have been close to an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. But in the meantime, while all this stuff is burning, whatever, you guys stay outside. So everybody's sweating their cookies out in the patio while all this smoke is coming in. But they wanted us to get outside because the building just stunk to high heaven of hot poop from next door. And it was to the point of irritating-ish, but it is what it is. So we're waiting outside for a couple hours until they get a hold of whomever in Minneapolis. This is supposed to be a major multi-million-dollar, bazillion-dollar worldwide, world standard company. And they can't make snap decisions. They're making phone calls between supervisors of this building in Chautauqua, Wisconsin, to determine, do we send the people home? Do we continue to have them breed this stuff? In the meantime, look what they give us all. They give us all these. Now, we know how effective these were for this, don't we? No. So people are running around with these stupid things on their face because the poop is burning next door. We're outside. Help me make it sense. Help me make sense of it all, because there's zero sense. There's zero sense when I see people wearing these in their cars. There was zero sense. Woosa, woosa, woosa. Get a breath. Yeah. So, after that long story, and all of our lungs are full of this burning poop, they tell us at 5 o'clock we can go home. Cool, fine. How do you want to go home? You want to go home without repercussion? Repercussion? You're telling us to go home. Well, what kind of repercussion are you going to do? Are you going to go home with paid time off? Are you going to take vacation? They're asking us all these things. In the meantime, all these government things that we're doing on the inside of the building, it's the government, the government that's shut down. But what you don't know is the government's still ordering things from us. So all those government jobs that we were doing all day, leave it alone. The building's full of poop smoke. You go home. I'm out of here. So I get in my car, and what's the first thing I do? I'm thinking, I'm going to go get a pedicure. I've got the time. What am I going to go home for? My feet need attention, and I don't have to go this weekend. It's supposed to be a good day tomorrow. Insofar as the weather is concerned, I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to get my naked butt out there for the last hurrah of the season. I have not suntanned, period. Not one time in my backyard this season. Remember, I had the hip surgery on May 1st. That's all I'm doing tomorrow. I'm not doing dishes. I'm not vacuuming. I'm not doing laundry. Nothing. Nothing but me in the birthday suit and the sun that God will provide me with. And of course, suntan lotion. That's what I'll be doing. So let's look to see about everybody's weeks and how they're doing. Michael said he gave plasma today. How was it, Michael? And how do you feel? I hope your day was better than my poopy smoky day. We got a comment here from Lynn here. I had a good week, Lynn said, except for fraudulent charges. What? $3,500 on my credit card? Not good. Yeah, not good at all. But I think it's all okay. Just a hassle getting a new card, etc. What the hail moment. You are not joking. There is so much shenanigans, Lynn, out there. Holy cow. Fraudulent charges. I want to talk about YouTube later. It doesn't pertain to me nor you. And I don't know if Michael's monetized right now, but we'll talk about that later. Oh, Michael's going LOL. He's laughing. You might be laughing about my poop story because Lynn's story is definitely not funny. It's happened before. I just got, let me see if I even got the picture here. I want to show you this because I thought it was a little bit interesting. You know how when you go onto YouTube and you do the, here we go. This is from Google. Google issued me a $10 US refund. See that? You know how you go onto people's monetized sites that have the little dollar signs on there and you click on that button? That's what this refund is for on my card. Okay, I'll take it. It is what it is. Now, I found out, and I'm going to give you, because I'm bad with math. Oh, Joey showed up. Josephine C. Howdy, beautiful people. Hello. Welcome to Jerry After Dark Jammy Edition. I changed into my pajamas because I'm comfortable. And I only have one step between my bed and getting out in the sun to take off my jammies, and that's where I'm going to be all day tomorrow. Michael says, I really like this new place I'm going to now. The people are a lot nicer. I always end a nap when I'm finished. Well, that's very nice. The process takes hours for plasma. I've never donated plasma, so I don't know all the idiosyncrasies and intricacies about plasma, but a nap, now take that for sure. Okay, Josephine says, cool. Why not enjoy the little things? Well, thank you very much. And like I said, it's the last hurrah for me because Sunday, I always go to church on Sunday. It's supposed to, I'll get the car washed usually. It's supposed to rain and it's supposed to be in the 70s. So I'm going to take advantage of the mid to upper 80s tomorrow. So it's my last hurrah and my only hurrah, as a matter of fact. Here we go. I've been fully monetized since November 23rd, 24. Fabulous. Let me talk about this. Lynn just said hello to Josephine. Okay, Michael, I want to talk about in round dollars. Now, if, for example, let's say me, I hit the little dollar sign and I give you a super chat for $100, it's my understanding, after everything, title, tax, license, I'm being a little bit dramatic, and YouTube takes their cut, that $100, you get $49. Not that you've ever gotten $100. That is what was just explained to me on a video today when I was getting a pedicure. So I'm thinking, for example, why don't I just get Michael's address? And if I want to give him a tip, because that's really what it is, it's a tip jar, right? If you want to give somebody a tip or not buy me a coffee kind of thing, why don't you just scratch out a check? Michael's Adventures, a YouTube super chat, and just give you $49 and cut out the middleman. Or am I all wet? Let's talk about it. Let that sink in, because I just think YouTube, I know it's a business, boy, but come on. You people that are completely monetized, rip. Josephine C is saying hello to Lynn. It takes about an hour altogether. Check in and process. Well, that's not bad. And you even squeezed in a nap. That's good. We used to call those in college power naps. I would take a pie plate and I would sleep in the lounge and I'd sleep with the pie plate. Once I dropped the pie plate after, I don't know, let's say 10 minutes, 15 minutes, because I'm sleeping, I'm napping, I'm in a deep sleep, drop it. I hear that pie plate, aluminum. It used to be, what was the name of that pie store? Poppin' Fresh Pies. Do you guys remember Poppin' Fresh? Are they still even in business? I don't know. But this was my nap technique. So once I dropped the pie tin and I heard that clink on the ground, then it woke me up and I was done and I just went to class. So power naps, we used to call it. Speaking of coffee, here, I can't do buy coffee thing. They are ripping. Yeah, right. Absolutely. I said the same thing. I agree with you. Now, let me tell you about what I heard about Maxwell House Coffee. These companies are just coming up with different ideas, different ways to market. How can we make our coffee different? Maxwell House is coming up. Maxwell House. We've all grown up with Maxwell House all of our life. Whether we like coffee or we don't like coffee, we know what the company does. Well, Maxwell House has decided to make a Maxwell House apartment. And their logic is, we're calling it apartment because the majority of people live in an apartment in America. So they branched off. We have regular Maxwell House over here. And the new brand, the upscale Maxwell House apartment, ching, ting, like the little teeth, ting. Come on. You're killing me, Maxwell House. Just coming up with different things. Michael says YouTube takes a certain percentage and taxes. That's true. True that. I'd rather people give me something, PayPal or Cash App. Yeah. And the thing is, if you do the PayPal, you do it as a friend thing. You're not doing it as a business. PayPal doesn't take a cut of it. I mean, Elon Musk is no longer a part of it, but Elon Musk came up with a good invention, boy, didn't he ever? Okay, Josephine, I had said before you popped on that, we're discussing our wins, our losses, the good, bad, and the ugly part of our week. So in the meantime, if you want to type anything down, good, bad, or ugly part of your week, go right ahead. In the meantime, there's 6 people watching, and there's Josephine, Michael, and Lynn. There's 3 people and me. So, hey, you 3 people out there. Hi there. You don't have to type. I understand. People listen, and they don't necessarily type because, they're sleeping. Okay, Michael here rates Maxwell House breakfast blend was the best, and I can't find it anywhere. I think probably because they have Maxwell House apartment now. They probably got rid of the stuff that people like and replaced it with apartment. Okay, here's the good, I think. It's going to be hard to see this. Let me get Michael out of the way. Sorry, Michael. I'm moving here for a second. I'm hiding you. I don't know if you can see this. I think it'll be easier to see if I hold it up. This is the container that my dog's canned food comes in. I put this on top of the laptop. Hopefully I won't lose you guys. I hope. I'm going to pick it up with both my hands. Now I have big paws because I'm a big girl. Not big boned, just big. This is what I lost out of my head for an entire month. With my hands. I was going to put it in a bag, but then I thought if I put it in a quart bag, it doesn't look like a lot. But once I put it in my hands, all fluffy and such, then you guys can see that I am now shedding in September. So this I lost during the entire month of September. I said I was going to save this because when I got my first gob of hair, it was typically the type that when Jack and I go to Florida to our resort, I'll usually shed a lot of the hair. And I'm thinking it's because the climate, temperature, etc. I'm shocking my body, etc. That's a lot of hair. But this is just par for the course for me. Am I going to save it? No, there's birds out there that need this for their nests. So I just thought it would be kind of a talking point, shall we say. There's Cindy. Hello, Cindy. We're just kibitzing here, talking about our day, our week, the good, the bad, and the ugly part of this week. So Cindy's saying hello to everyone. And Lynn wrote here, I'm a freak. I don't even drink coffee. I even worked nights 16 years and still never drank it. I'm weird. I know how most of you love your coffee. Yeah, I do. But the thing for me is, let me put down my box of hair, my bird nesting material. Even when I fast, I only have one of these coffees. That's all I make is 1 12-ounce coffee when I fast. Now, lately I've been making it by the pot, 46 ounces. And Jack has 2 cups of coffee, and I have one with collagen and gelatin, and sometimes butter, depending on how I feel or how things are moving, shall we say. So I had that one today, but that's all I really need is one. I don't need it, but I like it to take with the collagen and the gelatin. I like it. It works for my nails real well because I deal with metal all the time, so it saves my nails. Okay, back to the comments here. Of course, Cindy's saying hello to everyone, and everybody's saying hello back to Cindy because she is wonderful. She is marvelous. She is wonderful. Okay. Yes, we do. We have to stick together. Cindy, no coffee and definitely no sardines. Then you don't like sardines? Tomorrow is Sardine Saturday for me. So I'm going to be outside with my can or 2 or 4 of sardines, mustard, and Frank's Red Hot sauce. Catching the rays with my 1 cup of coffee. So, Cindy, tell us what happened this week. Anything good? Anything bad? I know we spoke about your friend that you talked about yesterday that was upset. Now, I should probably talk about this one first. I remembered to bring it in the house. Where did I put it? The sale flyer that's happening tomorrow. This is going to happen before I get undressed, really. This is a grocery store in Bloomer, Wisconsin. The majority of stuff on this flyer, what the heck is this? I'm not going to buy. I'm just showing you some of the prices this happens. This is an annual thing in Bloomer, Wisconsin. And it's a grocery store called Shattuck's. It's an IGA, International Grocers Association. You know, the smaller ones, not the jewel, as they say. So these are some of the prices here. I won't get this. I mean, Jack likes this. He likes his breaded and butterfly shrimp, the big ones. But these are some of the prices and some of the deals. Boneless country style ribs. I hope you guys are seeing this the right side, because on my end it's not showing up the correct way. There's the ground beef there, right here on the bottom by my finger. Chicken leg quarters. That's a pretty good deal. Bone-in turkey breasts. Good deal. Other side of the flyer. And remember, this is in the middle of nowhere. Bloomer, Wisconsin is just a little hole in the wall. It's a little small town. We used to have 2 grocery stores, but now we just have 1. So these are all the sale deals, as you can see. Pre-cooked brats on the bottom, because Wisconsin, we like our brats, not brats. People pronounce it brats. Let's see. Okay, good. Cindy's got a comment. Yay, hooray. My friend that got upset last night still have not spoken to me, all because I am bowling this weekend with someone she doesn't care for. Childish behavior for a 79-year-old woman. You ain't kidding. Listen, I have a childish streak too, Cindy. You know it, and I know it. And I pray about this. God, release me from my little stupid childishness. But I think she is in the wrong in this instance. I do. And it's not because you're my friend, but I don't think she's a serious friend, in my opinion. But sometimes people, if they do you wrong, I had somebody, get upset with me because I did not come to their great grandchild's party, nor buy them a gift. And they got mad, and we have not talked since. This has been a couple weeks. And it's more along the lines of, for example, I'll use you as an example, Cindy, because I know you have a thick skin, so you're not taking this personal. If you and I had an argument, for example, and I tell you that, Cindy, you were really wrong, and then I explain to you why I think you're wrong, and then you actually heard the side of the story, and then you step back and go, well, you might be right. And then you say, Cindy says, I'm sorry, Jerry. Sometimes that's all it takes is, and I'm sorry, and for her to be genuinely sorry for what she did, which in this case was kind of stupid, but if the if the discussion gets so stupid, like, why didn't you come to my great grandchild's birthday party and why didn't you buy them a gift, and now we're still not talking? And then as I left their house, politely I said, I'm really sorry that I even started this whole thing. I said I'm sorry that it got to this point, and nothing else happened because of that. No, it's been severed since then. So sometimes people don't have the realization that they said a foolish, insensitive thing, and they need to apologize. And I think in this case, she needs to apologize. Just because she doesn't like your friend, she doesn't need to be a prude. Hello. 79 years old? Come on, Cindy. I'm on your side. I'm on your side. Let's see. What did Lynn write here? We have to stick. Oh, yeah. Lynn says about the sardines. Stick together. No sardines, no coffee. Not a friend, Cindy. You're right, Michael. So true. That's right, Lynn. Talking about the coffee and the sardines. OMG, Josephine says. How so cheap? What's 1 pound we buy here in kilograms? Most meat is $20 and over for 1 kilogram. Okay, so kilogram. Hang on a second. Hey, Google, how many ounces is 1 kilogram?
1 text kilogram, kg, is approximately 35.274 text ounces, OZ. Conversion formulas. To convert kilograms to ounces, you multiply the number of kilograms by 35.274, colon. Conversely, to convert ounces to kilograms, you divide the number of ounces by 35.274, colon. Quick reference table, kilograms, text kg,
Google,
ounces, text
Google.
OZ,
Hey, Google,
closing
stop.
parentheses.
Hey, Google, Google.
35.274.
Oh, my Lanta.
70.
Google, stop. Okay, 35.274. That was long-winded to say 35 ounces. Thank you, Google. Wowzers. Wow. So these prices, you think they're good. Now, I'm going to probably pick up the country-style ribs. Ground beef, I still have plenty in my freezer. That's my dogs and my food. Pork butt. I don't need 3 pounds of shrimp. I still have butcher box shrimp in my freezer for Jack, so I don't need that. Granola bars, not going to happen there. Bone-in turkey breasts, no, too dry. Needs more fat. Diced ham, 2 5-pound bags. Nah, we don't eat enough of that. Especially the diced stuff. If it was the spiral sliced, well, then I can cut it and I can put it in the dehydrator and make dehydrated ham. But other than that, no. Wing Zings spicy breaded breast chunks. Say that fast 3 times. $15 for 5 pounds. Again, it's breaded, so I'm not going to do that. Breaded again. Sausage patties, I have plenty of that. So, yeah, green beans. I might get the hash browns. Jack likes those. They're the ones that are already preformed or what have you. So that's first thing in the morning. And what time did they open up? 7 a.m. So I might have to set my alarm. Kiltz isn't on tomorrow, so I'll set my alarm, go to the store, and come back with hash browns and country ribs. So good deals, I guess, right, Josephine? Good deals. Cindy says, thanks, Michael, of course. Josephine said the same thing. Put up your Duke's Jerry. Talk it out like adults. I turn off when people start yelling at me. Yeah, me too. I was married. My first husband was a yeller. I don't need any more yelling. As I'm yelling at the computer screen to you guys, your spouse should not yell at you. Have a civil discussion. Don't tell them to go to a hotel 5 days after they've had surgery. Just saying. Nope, I don't hear a word. Talk to me like I talk to you. Wah, wah, wah. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, no, not really. Michael, what did Michael write here? Oopsie, 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 oopsie. Ooh, I scrolled super fast and I just lost the feed. I am so not good with this, Cindy. I'm telling you. Okay, she said, put up your dukes. Then Josephine said, talking out like adults. We got that. We got that. No, not really. We got that. Why does it jump like that? Because it's me. That's why. A little over a pound is about 2.2 pounds. LOL. A little over 2 pounds for a kilogram. And look who's here. Juju. Hi, Jerry. I am late. Sorry, had stuff to do. That's okay. The sun is probably still shining where you are at. I'm sure. Like Josephine, too. Right, Josephine? Sun is still shining right now. 1 pound is equal to 0.454 kilogram. Thank you very much. I fail in math. Juju says, hi, Cindy and Michael. See, I'm learning. I don't call her Julie anymore because she likes Juju, but her nieces and nephews call her. I like it. I like it a lot. That's like me on the bottom. You'll see on my screen, it says Just Jerry. That used to be my real estate website, justjerry.com. Don't go on there. Back in the day, there was a big hullabaloo because of the Spice Girl, Jerry Halliwell. You know who I'm talking about, Josephine. Jerry Halliwell's fan club came after me with their claws out because how dare I take Jerry Halliwell's name after her breakout album from the Spice Girls, that album she had, Just Jerry. How dare I take that and use it for my own website in the United States, Realtor. Ha! And the reason I chose that is because when my clients would deal with me, they would deal with me, Just Jerry, even though I had a team of people. When it came to any of the big decisions and big things to do, Just Jerry was the person they went to. I can pawn off any of the paperwork, any of the other stuff to assistants, make photocopies, deliver this, that, and the other to Mr. Smith or Mrs. Jones. But big decisions, Just Jerry did all of that. That was me. So my license plates today are JST, because in Wisconsin, you can only have 4, 5, 6, 7 characters. So it's JSTGERI, Just Jerry. It used to be JAXGAL, Jack's Gal, with another vehicle we owned. Okay. What do we got here? Same price. And Lynn saying hello. Cindy saying hello. And Juju saying hello. Everybody's just hello, hello, hello. Yes, she sure is. Josephine is a doll. A pound is 2.2 kilogram. I said that wrong. Actually, I understood you, so we both understand each other, Lynn. Put up your dukes. Cat hi. Howdy, beautiful Julie. Ooh, I passed everything again super fast. Maybe I'd be better off doing it with my finger. It gets dark early. Gets dark here at 7 p.m. Same with us in Wisconsin. As I was sitting in the pedicure chair, it was 7 o'clock and it was already dark outside. So I hear you. Juju, yes, LOL. I like it. I like it. And Josephine says, yes, the rains are gone for now. Need to get the clothes off of the line soon. Oh, I love clothes that are outside drying. Love it. Josephine, I miss the smell of clothes on the line. See? That's why we're all friends. We all can relate. It's not easy to come up with a YouTube name. That's true. True that. Well, I decided to get rid of the carnivore Jerry because I thought I was just pigeonholing myself, similar to what Steve says, serious keto. Now he's pigeonholed himself into that name. So even if he primarily eats keto, he may go off and talk about eating carnivore, but people know him as Steve Serious Keto, similar to Dustin. Josephine says, yes, I love it in winter. The clothes are nice and warm. Yes, indeed. Jerry, we ready to? You know we did. Listen, Juju, we sure did. When he made that comment, I thought of you right away when I wrote, ouch. And I thought, come on, do we really have to now attack each other on chats? I don't know. It's bad enough that people do the face-to-face shenanigans, but when Juju was trying to make a comment, let's say, for example, I wrote a comment to somebody at one of the chats this morning, and I said, I don't know, how many calories is in an apple? Whatever. And then Juju made a comment saying, Jerry, you have to put Q's in front of your QQQ. How many calories is there in an apple? And then somebody, a moderator, came to her, to Juju, and said, don't tell me how to do my job. And like, I read it as though Jem, as he called her, Jem, don't tell me how to do my job, as though what she did was wrong, but it wasn't, because I read her comment like, well, she's being a nice person. If he can moderate other people, that's fine. Let him do whatever he's doing behind the scenes, doing the buy me a coffee, whatever he does behind the scenes, that's fine. But it's a good thing to help other people, even in a chat. Speaking of the chat, hello, did you see that I won the Dr. Kiltz contest this morning? Yes, I did. I was picked. And I won his book, BEBIS, Babies for Babies. So I'm getting that book. Now, Aaliyah said to me in the chat, she goes, don't forget, Jerry. This is a good comment right here, Aaliyah, that would suit this very well, except different chat, different people. Aaliyah wrote, for example, don't forget, Jerry, send me your address and then we'll mail out the book to you. Aaliyah knows my address. I'm not going to type in there, what's the matter? Don't you know my address? You send me whatever. Listen, ridiculousness. Sometimes I'm going to say it, and there's carnivore people on here, and I'm not saying specifically you, but sometimes these carnivore people are so high strung, they're going to snap. And sometimes they do snap. All I can say is, I hope his date goes well on Sunday. And I'm glad it wouldn't be the likes of me. Just saying. If you know, you know. Rant over. Okay. So, Juju wrote, I said that to Willa as she had no cues. Yep, you want to kill Spook. Absolutely. You were just being kind to her. Josephine says, oh, yes, I have seen things like that happen to me. It's beautiful that people want to help. Absolutely. A little bit of kindness goes a long way. A little I'm sorry goes a long way. But the realization of it would be, again, I'm going to pick on Cindy because She's my administrative assistant on here. I would say, Cindy, I'm sorry, and be genuine, as opposed to me saying, well, aren't you going to say, I'm sorry, Cindy? And then, okay, I'm sorry. But you're just saying that, but you really don't mean it. You know what I mean? That kind of BS, Barbara Streisand, like Rush Limbaugh used to say. Yes, indeed. Okay, Lynn. Oh, no. I went too fast here. Lynn says, good for you winning the book. Absolutely. I was excited. I was so happy. Josephine, me too. Michael says, if you want a sticker, email me your address. Okay. And I sure would like a sticker. I would like one of those, and I will email you my address. Okay, here's Cindy. As someone that interviews others, putting the QQQ in front makes it easier to spot. Absolutely. I think, Cindy, in this case, this person was new to this chat. So she didn't know. She didn't know the protocol. And again, we don't know who's behind the scenes because I don't know. I'm not the fastest typer in the world. Usually I'll dictate on here while I'm watching a chat because I can't type that fast. And I don't do this kind of texting. Let me close you out, Cindy. I don't do this kind of texting like everybody else does. I don't do that. I go, where's the F? Click, 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 click. You know what I mean? That's what I do. Okay, so there's Cindy. Now, Juju says, Jerry, I thought the wow was Mitch. Doesn't want us to mention God, but he did. Yes, I know. And if you noticed that I did mention the high holy Jewish holiday, and he didn't say anything about it. He led off with it. And if you noticed, I was maybe the second or the third person that talked about it, and he spoke of it because that's how he was raised. So he spoke about it, and then you heard whomever was on there. Oh, we're talking, and it even happened today again too. But 2 days ago, he's like, oh, we're talking religion, and then today, again with the God thing, like we talked today. Suddenly, I put God in there. Do you notice? Because the prayer hands mean high five, that emoji. That's what it means, high five. I use it like a prayer. And a lot of people do it that way. Or the cross, or I do the Star of David. So today's comment, it was the Star of David and the cross in my comment. I put them both on there. And he didn't yell at me. I don't think Peter likes it. And Peter calls himself, he said it, I'm not saying this about him. He calls himself Jew light. Some of us were raised both ways. Are we praying the rosary because we're trying to get to heaven? Did we miss something? Or are we still waiting for him to come? What happened to the cross? We're very confused. Is it Easter Bunny? What are we doing here? But I digress, as they say. Yeah, Mitch, I know he says wow, wow, wow a lot. Wow, wow, wow. I always have to giggle when he says that. Pick on me, it's okay. I love it. That's why you're my administrative assistant. I don't even know how I did, Cindy, but I put you there anyway. LOL, she's laughing at me. Everybody's laughing. We're all laughing. Mitch does that a lot. LOLs. Yes, he does. Super rant. Super religious rant. I love stickers, Michael. Do you have a channel? I like stickers too. And you know what I'll do with your sticker, kiddo? I need a new one of these cups. Listen, this handle is rusting out here. And it's just a matter of time before this completely rusts. But I refuse to buy one of those expensive ones. This is a cheap one. I got Jack one that's stainless steel because it matches his vehicle, the color. And I got mine black because it matches mine. Well, I work in a factory on a concrete floor, and this thing falls down all the time. And I put in the dishwasher, and it's starting to rust, so it's just a matter of time. And this thing was $12. 40 ounces, $12. But this is where I put the Kelly Hogan sticker, the YouTube sticker. I'll be putting Michael's sticker on there. Kelly Hogan's that she just mailed me another sticker I showed you guys yesterday. I got to get to this subject. Let's do the chat real quick. Mitch does that a lot. Let's see. Juju says, yes, I am afraid to even say amen. It's a bit uncomfortable, but I like him. I do too. He is very opinionated. He reminds me of my uncle. I even said that to Cindy, I think yesterday, the day before. He reminds me of family members to me. So that's like a happy kind of memory from the Jewish grandfather. And I think I told you the story about my uncle, great uncle, my mother's godfather. And he built a shelter in his basement to hide this woman that he brought from, she was Jewish, and he brought her from the old world to live in there. Never married her. It's not like he kept her in the basement like a slave or anything, but she was afraid that if she was going to get caught, that they would ship her back and then she would be killed. That's just the way it was back in the day. As sad as that is, that's a whole other story. So if you don't know that story, maybe someday I'll talk about it. But it's a sad love story. Josephine C. I've had a channel a long time. See, I didn't know that. I met Michael's Adventures through YouTuber channel, Kevin's channel. That's how we met as YouTube friends. My email, Michael wrote here, my email is in my About section. Excellent. I will look for that and send you an email with my email address. Understand, I have many beliefs, but still stay in all the beautiful words. Amen. Bless you, beautiful. Yep. Oh boy, here we go. True that. Peter will block you if we say God, as he is moderator and told us not to say God. Like we say in Wisconsin, the W, whatevs. Okay. Cindy, Josephine C., did you get your sticker from me yet? She asked. I'll be putting them all in a scrapbook of YouTubers, hoping Cindy's will be the first. There we go. There's our answer. It's coming. It's coming. And Cindy, no, not yet, but I will tell you when I get you page made. I'll send a photo. Thank you so much, Cindy. Thank you for joining my Hail Razor membership. Fabulous. Jerry, is the shutdown affecting your job? The government shutdown? No, because we're still making government parts. And I think that's because this was ordered from the government. The government ordered it from us, I should say, in advance with purchase orders and what have you. So when I had to work overtime, like I told you guys on Tuesday, because of the government job, and then whatever government job that we were doing today had to be put on the back burner, so to speak, because of the fire that happened today. Next door neighbor. You have to catch the early part of the live when I talked about it. So it's not, sorry, I'm bad with words. No, that's fine. That's fine. I'm sometimes bad with reading. Reading is fundamental. I've been up since, what time did I wake up today? It was before kilts, 4:35. And according to my watch, I had 5 hours and 34 minutes of sleep last night. So it's okay. I actually understood you, but it's all right. We all understand each other. Okay, now I got to play this. I have to ask this question, and you guys, I want to be able to read this, so I have to nip her in the bud right away. Okay, where is the website? Hey, Google, what is the latest news from the USDA about transporting pork products?
The most recent USDA news related to transporting pork is the ongoing warning to travelers not to pack pork products due to the risk of spreading African swine fever, ASF, especially when traveling to or from the U.S. mainland, Puerto Rico, and the U.S. Virgin Islands. For commercial and regulatory updates, the USDA's Food Safety and Inspection Service, FSIS, supports streamlined rail exports to Mexico, and the Agricultural Marketing Service, AMS, provides weekly transportation updates and regulatory news turn for agricultural transport.
Okay, that was long-winded to basically tell you today on I listen to talk news, talk radio a lot. So on the WISN 1130 AM on iHeartRadio, WISN is the call letters of the station. They talked about this today, and I'm listening at work and I'm thinking, what did they say? Does that mean we can't do purse bacon anymore? There you go. That's the latest news about pork products. Travelers, the most recent, I'll read it now as opposed to him, her, it talking. The most recent USDA news related to transporting pork is the ongoing warning to travelers not to pack pork products due to the risk of spreading African swine fever, especially when traveling to or from the U.S. mainland, Puerto Rico, and the U.S. Virgin Islands. Now, Cindy, I know you don't take an airplane, so think about this. What about our purse bacon? Or luggage bacon, carry-on bacon, fanny pack bacon? I want to know, inquiring minds want to know about the African swine fever. See, they're just coming up with these different diseases and swine flu and aviary flu and screwworm. Don't forget about the screwworm coming up from South America and Mexico. Oh boy. Juju said, Cindy, I subscribed. Yay. Thank you, Cindy says. Jerry, I love to fly. My husband does not. Okay, good. Thanks for clarifying that. Thank you so much. Is anybody here going to hack your health? I'm not. Because, well, I was off for 3 months with the hip surgery, so I'm not going. But Hack Your Health is in Florida, November. I know they were talking about it in the Kilts group, the Kilts WhatsApp that I do. Well, the Kilts app, what I'm on, but shoot, I'm on a WhatsApp with Cindy too, and I read it every 5 days because technology, just saying. Yes, I'm terrible. I'm just terrible with technology. So Cindy's not going either. I would love to go, but I have to hack my checkbook first. Wow, I said a lot of stuff. I didn't even tell you about the mail. What did we get in today's mail? We got a telephone bill. Let's see. This is, I'll tell you guys what our cable bill is. We do internet, high-speed internet. We still subscribe to cable, and we have a landline phone. And the total bill for all three of those things is $269.18. Who still has a landline? We do. We do. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, that's our ducky, Bill. Ducky. Michael's Adventure shows a kid. There are a couple of that name, Michael. Oh no, you have to go to Michael's Adventures with a raccoon. Not a kid as in child, not a kid as in a goat. But look for where Michael's picture is, how he has it. That way with Emily the raccoon. Here we go. I'm going to show you in a second because I just see it here. Josephine says, I'm off. Enjoy your beautiful night all. Bye, Josephine. Have a fabulous weekend. I'm sure I will see you on the upcoming chats for the weekend. I know it's time to close up shop. One that has his pick cute. LOL. You're right. And Mike, there's the picture here. So look at the screen. Here's Emily right here. Let me move my finger. There we go. That's Emily. Michael's Adventures. That's his picture for his website. He wrote to Julie. Michael's Adventures, his email address should get you there. Yes. And Josephine said, one that has his pic cute. Good night. Juju says, good night, 4261. Thank you. Okay, everybody. Well, that concludes our 1 hour, 1 minute, and 30-second live for tonight. Thank you so much. It's been fun all week. I enjoy talking to you guys. It brings me down as far as from being super hyper crazy to a more calm, relaxed Jerry. So I enjoy every time we all get together. Thank you so much for those of you that chimed in, and those of you that didn't. I wish you all well as well. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Enjoy your weekend. I will enjoy mine. That sure did go fast, Lynn. You are not joking. That was a quick hour. I did a lot of fast talking too. Time to close shop, Michael says. That's right. And here's Juju says, just found it and subscribed. Saw the raccoon. LOL. Good night, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Hearts, hugs, and love to all of you. Angels on your pillow. Have a pleasant weekend. God be with you. See you Monday. Going to church on Sunday.